So Holo is a mutual credit currency, which technically means the number of credits that exist is always zero. So it's a very stable supply because the number never changes. Um, but the active supply changes by allowing some accounts to go negative that allows other accounts to go positive, since it's always transacted through double entry accounting type of thing plus a cryptographic signature. um, it allows the currency supply to actually breathe, to expand and contract, um, and the places where credit limits are enabled is for parts of the ecosystem that are providing the asset which backs the currency. So, for example, these Holo boxes. If you're running a Holo box or you're running Holo on a different type of computer, on a server or something like that, you can earn hosting credits. And as you gain a track record for earning hosting credits, you start getting a credit limit that is extended to you because you've basically shown that you'll be able to earn back that debt. You'll be able to provide that value back to the ecosystem to be able to pay it back. And so that's one of the places, one of the examples of where the supply can expand or contract a little, but it's a little bit, it's a little more fluid than a fiat method of issuing, 25 coins with each transaction block or something like that, because not everybody uses their whole credit limit, right? It allows, I think of it, I actually use this metaphor to think about it, where it's kind of like you're building a bridge, and the reserve accounts in Holo, which is a place that people can actually buy into Holo credits with euros or dollars or Bitcoin or ETH. I think of them as kind of like the big stanchions holding up the bridge, and think of the infrastructure provider as kind of the construction crew that's building the bridgeway, and that the the hosting accounts are like the expansion joints that just allow flexibility, so that you don't have this rigidity, which um, it allows supply to come into being in small quantities where it's needed. And that kind of thing is really vital if what you're trying to do is to build something that has value stability. And you would ask, why would you want to do that when most people are going into the crypto space because they want to gamble, they want to speculate, they're hoping that they buy something cheap and then it goes all hockey stick and goes 1,000 times more, 10,000 times more. Well, the problem is that those things that go 10,000 times more also tend to go 10,000 times less. And for mere mortals that don't have a lot of extra money to gamble with, or if you're trying to create a business and consider accepting cryptocurrency, um, and actually have to pay your rent or your employees, or those kinds of things with the income, it's hard to build a stable business model on something that's all going up and down and unpredictable, and you don't know if the bottom's going to fall out next week. And part of what we would like to do with Holo as an initial fabric is build a foundation for crypto economies that are based on real human needs: food and energy and housing and transportation, and in this case, computing, because computing power can run the infrastructure for the currencies that provide all those other things. So we think that provides a whole different foundation and dynamics for cryptocurrency that's different than just the gambling.